Hello, Dr. Mike here. Today I'm sharing something that could literally save your mobility and independence in the coming years. Pay close attention because what I'm about to reveal in the next few minutes could be the difference between staying active, independent, and full of life, or becoming dependent on others for basic daily tasks. If you're over 60 and have noticed that climbing stairs is getting harder, standing up from a chair isn't as easy as before, or walking short distances makes you tired, this is not just part of aging, as many doctors out there might tell you. It's a red alert your body is sending. Weakness in your legs is the first sign of a much more serious problem, and ignoring it could be a dangerous decision that will cost you your independence. But don't worry, I have good news. There are 5 specific foods that can reverse this muscle weakening process and restore strength to your legs. And the best part? You probably already have some of them in your kitchen. The silent danger of sarcopenia. What few doctors tell you is that starting at age 50, we begin losing about 1% to 2% of muscle mass each year. This has a name, sarcopenia. It's like a silent thief taking small amounts of your muscle every year, until one day you realize you've lost significant strength. According to a study published in the Journal of American Geriatric Society, loss of leg muscle strength is directly related to 86% higher risk of falls, 4 times greater chance of needing assistance with daily activities, 40% higher probability of hospitalization. One of my patients, Martha, at 72 years old, began noticing she couldn't get up from the sofa without using her hands for support. 6 months later, she suffered a fall in the bathroom that resulted in a hip fracture. Do you know how long it takes for an elderly person to fully recover from a hip fracture? Many never completely recover. But what Martha didn't know, and what I'm going to reveal to you today, is that there are simple nutritional interventions that could have prevented this problem. The good news is that she implemented these changes during her recovery, and today, 2 years later, she's stronger than she was before the fall. And speaking of which, if you're enjoying this information that can transform your health, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. This helps a lot to bring this knowledge to more people who need this information. And leave in the comments, have you noticed any change in the strength of your legs in recent years? How has this affected your life? The 5 essential foods to strengthen your legs. Now let's get to what really matters. Based on more than 20 years of clinical experience and dozens of scientific studies, we've identified the 5 foods that have the greatest impact on leg muscle health in people over 60. 1. Salmon and fatty fish. Salmon is a nutritional powerhouse when it comes to muscle health. Rich in high-quality proteins and omega-3s, it's a food that directly combats 2 common problems in older adults: low muscle protein synthesis and chronic inflammation. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that older adults who consumed fatty fish like salmon, sardines, or tuna at least twice a week experienced 33% less muscle loss over 3 years compared to those who rarely ate these foods. The secret lies in DHA and EPA, 2 types of omega-3 that reduce muscle inflammation and optimize the muscle's anabolic response to exercise and protein intake. Carlos, a 68-year-old patient, had difficulty even walking in the park with his grandchildren. After adding 2 servings of salmon per week to his diet, along with light exercises, in just 3 months he noticed a significant difference in leg strength. Dr. Mike, now I'm the one who tires the kids out at the park, he told me in a recent appointment. If you don't like salmon or other fatty fish, you can substitute with high-quality fish oil supplements, but always with proper medical guidance. 2. Whole eggs. Yes, with the yolk. Let's bust a myth. Egg yolks are not your enemy. In fact, for seniors concerned about muscle strength, the yolk is possibly the most important part of the egg. The yolk contains essential nutrients like vitamin D, choline, and antioxidants that work in synergy with the proteins in the white. A study from the University of Illinois demonstrated that consuming whole eggs after exercise resulted in 40% more muscle protein synthesis compared to consuming only egg whites with the same amount of protein. The vitamin D present in the yolk is particularly important for seniors, since deficiency in this nutrient affects about 70% of people over 65 and is directly linked to muscle weakness and increased risk of falls. My recommendation is to include at least one whole egg per day in your diet. If you have concerns about cholesterol, talk to your doctor. The most recent research shows that for most people, moderate egg consumption does not negatively affect blood cholesterol levels. Clelia, 78 years old, was so afraid of eggs that she hadn't eaten them for more than a decade because of cholesterol concerns. When she started adding one egg per day to her breakfast, along with a light strengthening program, she noticed improvement in leg firmness within weeks. And surprise, her cholesterol levels remained stable. 3. Greek yogurt, the true muscle ally. Greek yogurt is a true nutritional gem for seniors. With double or even triple the amount of protein of regular yogurt, it provides essential amino acids for muscle building, especially leucine, the most important amino acid for initiating the process of protein synthesis in muscle. Additionally, it's rich in bioavailable calcium, essential not just for bones, but also for proper muscle function. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition showed that older adults who regularly consumed protein-rich dairy products, such as Greek yogurt, performed better in leg strength tests and were less likely to have mobility limitations. Greek yogurt also contains probiotics that improve gut health, thus optimizing nutrient absorption and reducing systemic inflammation, an important factor in combating sarcopenia. A practical tip: combine 1 cup of Greek yogurt with berries and a spoonful of honey for breakfast or as an afternoon snack. It's a delicious and powerful combination for your muscles. Joseph, a 74-year-old patient who had difficulty getting up from the sofa, started consuming Greek yogurt daily. In less than 2 months, he not only noticed improvement in leg strength, but also reported less joint pain, an additional benefit probably related to reduced inflammation. 4. Beans and legumes. Many seniors reduce their bean consumption for fear of intestinal gas or because they think it's a heavy food. Big mistake. Beans are one of the best sources of plant protein, fiber, and essential minerals like magnesium and potassium, nutrients directly linked to muscle health. Magnesium, in particular, is crucial for more than 300 biochemical reactions in the body, including muscle contraction and energy production. Studies show that magnesium deficiency is common in older adults and is associated with muscle weakness, cramps, and fatigue, all symptoms that directly affect leg strength. A study from the University of Massachusetts followed seniors for 3 years and found that those who consumed legumes at least 4 times a week had 23% less muscle mass loss compared to those who rarely consumed them. A tip to reduce digestive discomfort: soak beans for 12 hours before cooking them and change the water. This significantly reduces the compounds that cause gas. Teresa, 81 years old, started including a small portion of beans daily after consulting me about weakness in her legs. In 3 months, she reported, "Dr. Mike, now I can climb the stairs to the 2nd floor of my daughter's house without stopping to rest. Before, I wouldn't even try." 5. Dark green leafy vegetables. Spinach, kale, arugula, and other dark green leaves are true nutritional treasures when it comes to muscle health. Rich in nitrate, a compound that the body converts to nitric oxide, these leaves improve blood circulation and muscle efficiency. A fascinating study from the University of Exeter showed that regular consumption of nitrate, present in green leaves, improved muscle function in older adults in just 2 weeks, increasing the energy efficiency of muscles by up to 13%. This means muscles need less oxygen to do the same work, resulting in greater endurance and less fatigue. Additionally, these leaves are rich in vitamin K, essential for bone and muscle health. Vitamin K deficiency is associated with increased risk of fractures and loss of muscle function in older adults. The good news is that you don't need to eat mountains of leaves. Just one daily serving, about 1 cup of raw leaves or half a cup cooked, already brings significant benefits. A practical tip: add frozen spinach to your morning smoothie. You won't even taste it, but your body will thank you. Antonio, 77 years old, who loved gardening but had given up because of weakness in his legs, started including green leaves in all meals. In 2 months, he returned to taking care of his garden with renewed pleasure and vigor. Action plan: how to incorporate these foods into your routine. Now that you know the 5 essential foods to strengthen your legs, here's a practical implementation plan. 1. Strengthening breakfast. 1 whole boiled or scrambled egg plus 1 cup of Greek yogurt with fruit. 2. Energizing lunch. Salad with dark green leaves plus protein of your choice. Fatty fish 2 eggs per week. 3. Fortifying dinner. Include a small portion of beans or legumes at least 4 eggs per week. 4. Strategic snack. If you feel weakness or fatigue in the afternoon, opt for a handful of walnuts or almonds. Bonus: they're also excellent for muscle health. Remember, don't expect immediate results. Muscle rebuilding is a process that takes time, especially in older adults. But with consistency, in 4 to 6 weeks you'll already begin to notice significant differences. An important warning: nutrition plus movement. I need to be honest with you. Nutrition alone is not enough. For optimal results, you need to combine these foods with strengthening exercises, even simple ones. Here are 3 basic exercises anyone can do at home. 1. Sit and stand from a chair. 3 sets of 10 repetitions per day. 2. Rise up on your toes while holding on to a stable surface. 3 sets of 15 repetitions. 3. Stationary marching for 5 minutes, 2 to 3 times a day. These simple exercises, along with the foods I mentioned, can completely transform the health of your legs in just a few months. Conclusion: it's time to act. If you've made it this far, congratulations. You're already ahead of 90% of seniors who accept muscle weakness as an inevitable part of aging. As a doctor with decades of experience, I can say with certainty, loss of strength in your legs is not an inevitable fate. It's a process that can be reversed with the right choices in nutrition and physical activity. Start today with these 5 superfoods. Within 30 days, you'll already begin to feel the difference. In 90 days, friends and family will notice the change in your posture, your walk, and your energy. Your future is literally in your hands, or better, in your legs. Don't wait until a fall or serious limitation happens to take action. Oh, and don't forget to leave in the comments which of these foods you're going to start incorporating into your diet today, and share this information with someone you love who might benefit from these tips. Knowledge only has value when it's shared. This is Dr. Mike, committed to your health and longevity. See you in the next video with more tips for a long, healthy, and independent life.